Good evening, everyone. How are you doing? Well, just got home after a busy day out at Latitudes and wanted to kind of do a upload for all of you, talk about what we have going on and what you can expect out in Latitudes right now. First off, let me just adjust my mic a little bit. That should be a little bit better. So, first off, congratulations to everybody that's closed. There's been quite a few closings since my last update to you guys, and I want to say everybody that's moved into the neighborhood, congratulations. It's great to have you down here in South Carolina, and I hope you're enjoying it. It's been a long process for a lot of you, and I want you all to know that seeing you down here now is, nice. It's finally great to put faces to names for some of the people I haven't met, and for all my future residents that I'm looking forward to spend some time with. Looking forward to having you down here soon. Okay, so a couple things I want to go over. Over the past couple of probably 6 weeks, there have been some accelerated timelines in Mento's construction. Part of this is due to some delays with getting form boards started with the Salty Fin area, the other half of Treasure Pass Way, and the bottom end of Good Life Way. With that being said, that's mostly cottages and some paired villas, but that is now full tilt right back to normal. With those timeline delays on some of those streets for starting up the construction process, it did accelerate some of the timelines on Seaplane and on half of Treasure Pass Way. So if some of those timelines are off, I do 100% apologize. Just they kind of got a little accelerated. Sometimes not sometimes, all the time I go in and maintain the timeline schedules, but sometimes a couple of things slip through the cracks, and I do apologize about that. I'm trying to be more cognizant of it on a daily basis. Again, I'll be updating these every 3 weeks. I think I've adjusted maybe about 80% of the timelines that were off. If any of your timelines seem to be off, please be patient with me. We are adjusting some of these due to some of the accelerated build times. Changing and closing procedures. Well, yet again, Mento has changed when they're going to start sending out closing procedures. I really can't go into full disclosure as to what they're doing, but I can say that they're going to be issuing closing dates closer to more completion, not closer, but the house needs to be pretty much about 99% complete before they are going to start releasing houses for closing. When that's going to be is, from what I understand, it's going to be about the time the electric meters go in. But please don't quote me on that. That's just information from what I've been given by a couple building supervisors that have been kind enough to share that due to the fact of helping me get your closings set more accurately. And not even closing set, just my closing inspection dates set a little bit more accurately. My schedule in Builder's Trend. So my schedule in Builder's Trend is my schedule in Builder's Trend. I maintain that. That has no information whatsoever is shared with Mento either way, from Mento to me or me to Mento. This is an observed timeline based on 5 years of historical data, or actually about 4 years of historical data, close to 5. And those timelines are updated about every 3 weeks. There are the timelines that are in there. Some of the timelines have shortened up a little bit. I've shortened some parts of the phases up in some of the schedules moving forward. But those are not timelines that Mento has given me. Those are observed timelines, and the items that are in those timelines, such as framing or underground plumbing or HVAC rough-in, electrical rough-in, plumbing rough-in, those links to the timelines are based off of observations and also off of our Builder Trend information. It actually has an algorithm in the back part of the program that does adjust the length of time. Like originally, I think HVAC, plumbing, and electrical rough-in, which is pre-drywall, used to be 35 work days. And based off of the acceleration over the past, 4 to 6 months. That timeline, though the algorithm has adjusted those build speeds down to about 25 days, 25 working days, which is roughly about 4.5 weeks. It's actually 5 weeks. 5 times 5 is 25. So there you go. But I'm expecting the algorithm to shorten it a little bit. But that, remember, I still will adjust those based on any type of build delays due to weather, supply chain, trades, anything along that lines, inspections. So please be cognizant that these timelines are not in relation to Mento's timelines. These are observed timelines based off of historical data. They are relatively padded a little bit, and they're padded to accommodate for any type of delays. That last 60 days is really where they start to kind of coincide a little bit better. And usually at the beginning, it's pretty tight. It's in the middle where it gets lost to the minutia, depending on how quickly a trade moves or how slowly a trade moves. So if you have any questions, please send me an email. Email, text, or phone call. I am endeavoring to get back to everybody as quick as I can. I did have an employee out last week for personal reasons, and I had another employee out for a couple days due to family health reasons. So I was a little thin last week. If anybody's tried to reach out to me over the past, probably 7 to 9 business days, I've been playing catch up. That's what happens when you have people go out with family and medical. So the other thing, we are going in the spring. For the people who are living in latitudes, it is pollen season, full tilt. That pollen will really get you. Your cars are going to be nice and yellow. And also the fun thing is Mother Nature is one fickle lady. Springtime tends to be some of our rainiest weather that is out there. And, that does play an effect on timelines also. And be prepared. We are going to have days where we're going to have 3 or 4 days of rain and a week of beautiful weather. Then we'll have a week where it's beautiful for half the day and rainy for half the day. This all plays a role in the construction process. As spring comes, things are going to get more beautiful. Pollen's going to increase. Then it's going to kind of settle down a little bit, and then we'll get in the summer. Once we get in the summer, we're going to be dealing with a lot of heat. And typically in the summer, you can deal with beautiful weather till about 2 or 3 o'clock. Then we deal with an hour to an hour and a half of rain. Then it gets sunny and beautiful again. We're back in the humidity. But again, that rain can also play havoc on some of the construction timelines. I know that Mento is working diligently to accelerate timelines, not reducing quality, but accelerating the timelines and keeping everything on track so that they can deliver you a nice home in a timely manner. Some of the delays that are going on out right now. Number one, I've already mentioned one at the beginning. That's already starting to accelerate and starting to take off for that second half of phase 7. And then also inspections are slowing some stuff down just because you have a large amount of homes being built in the local area. Those homes tend to, the amount of homes in the area tend to overload the inspection department. Mento has an allotted amount of inspections a day, but you have to remember a home goes through anywhere between 15 and 18 inspections between the time form boards go up till closing. A pre-drywall counts as 5 inspections. A closing counts as 5 inspections. You have other inspections in between there from point A to point B. But there are quite a few things that can cause delays. I mean, you can drop a pin in front of latitudes and you have anywhere between 5,000 to 7,000 homes being built within a 10-mile area, and probably 10 to 15,000 in a 20 to 30-mile radius. And that's not saying that they're structures, but you have permits being pulled, land being developed, plumbing being done, electric being done, closings being done. So there's quite a few homes being built. I mean, if you just think about it right now, currently in latitudes, you have, maybe about 400 to 450 homes under construction right now. And that's just one community. So please keep that in mind. And there's a multitude of communities surrounding the area. The other thing I want to say is I want to thank all of you. you all have been very generous with, sharing your experiences with me. I hope mostly for the good. And I know there's no such thing as a client that's 100% happy 100% of the time, but I try to be as transparent as possible. As I always say, I'd rather tell you the painful truth than a convenient lie. And there's no such thing as a silly question except for the one you don't ask. So, please be cognizant in the fact that everything that I have with my clients, I truly appreciate. I appreciate all of you very much. You're great people. The other thing is following this video on the same track is going to be your drone flyover for phase 7. Was flown during the rain. So if the weather doesn't look great, it's not great. But, for the most part, I think that you'll be impressed with the progress. You're going to start to see the areas that I mentioned earlier in the video starting to show some serious progress. We have quite a few closings scheduled for April and May, and more coming on the books. And that with a lot of these startups, we've got quite a few pre-drivals coming up. So, with that being said, if anybody asks you about my services, please feel free to share my information. Feel free to share my YouTube page, which this is being posted on. There's tons of helpful videos on there. Also, a very good friend of mine that I grew up with that is in the inspection industry in Ohio. Him and I have started a podcast. It's on my webpage, which is Home Inspections Matter. That's the same page that this video is posted on if you would like to watch it. It's about an hour and 18-minute video that we started. It's kind of an introduction to who we are, our upbringings, everything involved with why we do what we do, some experiences, a couple shout outs, and just generally some good information. We're going to be doing that weekly to be uploaded and sent out on Fridays. So if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know at any time. I look forward to taking care of you all. And now, off to the video.
Could I have been a parking lot attendant? Could I have been lost somewhere in Paris? Could I have been a millionaire in Bel Air? Could I have been my little brother? Could I have been anyone other than me? 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 Anyone other than me? Anyone other than me? Anyone other than me? Anyone? He stands, touches his hair, his shoes untied, tongue gaping stare. Could I have been a magnet for money? Could I have been anyone other than me? 23 and so tired of life, such a shame to throw it all away. The images grow darker still. Could I have been anyone other than me? And then I look up at the sky, days over bright. There can taste, trust the use in a hurry. What's the use in hurry? Turns and we almost make a living. have been dancing, dancing. Dancing, dancing. Could I have been anyone other than me? And I sing and dance, la 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 la, hey, la la la, hey, la la la. Sing and dance, la la la, hey, la la la, hey, la la la. Sing and dance and play the tonight. The Philadelphia. Where dark clouds may hang on me sometimes, but I'll work it out in the night. But look up at the sky, it's open wide. There can taste what's the use in worrying? What's the use in hurrying? Turn, turn, we almost become busy. Thank you very much. Yo. This is smaller, not, this isn't bragging, but this is just, I'm enlightening you. It's a smaller crowd than we used to, so you all can move around and funk it up a little more than we used to. Usually people don't move around so much. And also, there would be no need, not necessarily,